Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Roger channel. And guys, we are back with part 2 of this massive celebration of us reaching the 650 subscriber milestone. And without further ado, we are going to be unboxing the highly anticipated Jabba the Hutt from the Stars of Black series Blue Line. Now, when I think deluxe action figure, this is a step up from that whole sort of like design and look. I mean, this is a huge 6-inch scale figurine of Jabba the Hutt. And wow, I have never in my life pictured that I would be unboxing him until today. This guy has been sitting on my shelf for, man, as long as I can remember. Probably 7 years now. Because I had bought this as like a sort of like collection lot back then. And it came with Jabba and some other figures that I've reviewed over the years. But I've never gotten the chance to unbox him until now. Check him out. I actually had to stand up for this review because he is super huge. But as you can already tell, this is, of course, during the Blue Line sort of packaging. So we could see this sort of like display right here with the massive window and the figurine shown right here. You get the little graphic shown on the corner, Black Series logo, the name, and things like that. Nothing too crazy on the side of the box, but you do get this really cool sort of like graphic on the background, featuring, a scene from the film. So, of course, it features a Jabba alongside Bib Fortuna. And then it does say sort of a description up here. Something else that's also interesting is the bottom of the box features like a little demonstration of like a play feature. So I'll have to check that out as soon as we can. And then you also get like the barcode here, and I forgot about that. It actually shows a proof of purchase featuring his name, so that's kind of cool. And then of course the top just features the window. But without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox him and get him out of his plastic prison once and for all. So I opened it from the side, and it's a little hard to show on camera, but basically you're able to slide him out. It has like a display tray, so we'll go ahead and pull him out. That's kind of cool. I do really like that sort of a feature instead of having to break him out of his plastic prison, things like that. Go ahead and get the box out of the way. And then the reveal. Wow. That is really cool. I mean, look at that. When have we ever seen something like this before, besides now? Just look at the overall look of him in the packaging is insane. I mean, look at this. I can't wait to get him out. And you can already tell, but I didn't do this. This was just due to the aging of the product, but I do plan on trying to keep him inside of here afterwards, things like that. But let's go ahead and pull off all these little tabs, things like that, and get him free finally. And here he is, finally in hand. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this scale. It's taking up the whole screen. But besides that, he looks incredible. I think for this being a Blue Line figure, they were, cooking, basically. Look at the overall look and detail in Jabba. Just getting to see all of his body is insane. I mean, yeah, this is to scale, like what we've seen in the movie, things like that, but never in my life did I picture that I'd be having Jabba in hand as part of the Black Series collection. They definitely need to do a remaster of this figure. I don't care how much money he'd be, and that's probably something I'd say for the overview in a bit. I just want to say one thing. I don't know if it's just because of the age or seeing that this is like his first time ever out of that box, but you can literally smell that 2014 sort of like smell. He has like this very interesting like I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like the little people toys, or like toys that are meant for like the water, like rubber ducky smell. That's what I'm getting off of him. And I think it's because most of his body is a softer plastic. Like he literally feels, funny enough, like a rubber ducky. He has a very squishy sort of like exterior to the body, which is really interesting. And you can definitely see that on the bottom part right here. But overall, let's go ahead and check out the articulation and then we'll do the overview. So taking a look at Jabba, um, this again is probably the most incredible look ever for a Black Series scale figurine. And yes, if you guys just saw that right now, I was just trying to adjust his arm, but it kind of showed the play feature, which is really cool. So you do get, of course, this glorious face of his. You get the beautiful attention to detail done in the eyes right here. And at the time, they were doing hand painted sort of like eyes. So that is kind of shocking if that is like printed or if they actually did hand paint that. That is pretty crazy. You of course get his little nostrils right there, this huge, ginormous mouth, and all its slobber. But the overall look of Jabba's head is so cool. And yes, that play feature is definitely the thing that grabs my attention. So by pulling his arm down, you are able to move his mouth. And yes, he does have, again, a softer plastic around the bottom of his chin and around the mouth to not only, access that play feature, but I think it works out perfectly for him because of the little folds. So that is, yet again, an amazing design. And on top of that, are of course the hands. Now, the arm itself, it has to, I guess, stay in this position just due to the function, but you do get a nice swivel here at the elbow and some nice movement here at the wrist and the hand, so that is cool. Now for the other arm, it is a little bit more freer, so you are able to move it around a little bit more, and it does have that play feature ability as well. The elbow, of course, has some nice articulation, and the wrist and at the hand, you do get some nice movement. And I guess for the torso slash upper head piece, the body does swivel right here. So you'll move around just like that. And that's all the articulation that this figure has. So, as an overview of the figure, this has to be probably the best deluxe series figure ever, period. And also the most underrated deluxe figure ever. Just because of the overall scale and look, I think Jabba is kind of like overshadowed a bit, and he definitely needs a re-release. They could easily put him in one of the much larger boxes, like how they, feature like the speeder bike packaging or something like that. It would work out great. And also, I would also add Salacious Crumb to the mix if he were to get a re-release. But I mean, there's so much potential. And honestly, I think we do need more figures like this. Think about it. They could do so much with like some of the newer lineups and things like that. Not just with Jabba, but we could even have his son, Rhoda, from the new Mandalorian Grogu film. We could have Blurgs from the Mandalorian line onto here and now add bigger creatures, possibly a Rancor. But nonetheless, I think that this is probably, I'm going to say it, the best deluxe figure that we reviewed so far. And even with the limited articulation, things like that, I don't mind. Like, the play feature alone was cool. And the attention to detail for it being a 2014 figure, it tops everything. And also, this isn't just for, the fans, but this is a great display piece because Jabba plays such a big part at the beginning of the film. So, just for the heck of it, you could add 3PO, the Gamorrean guard we just did, Lando, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, Boushh, and Chewbacca. And also, if you do have, just like me, the Slave Leia figure would be a great addition, and Yes, I do have Bib Fortuna here. I haven't gotten the chance to review him yet on the channel, but I mean, look at that. You can add so much to this diorama scene, and there's a lot you could do with Jabba alone. Even including his stand would be cool if they were to re-release him. I don't care. Just for the heck of it, they should reconsider, remastering Jabba. Especially with like so much being added to the Galaxy Wave recently. I think it would be a great addition for not only the collectors, but for the fans. So yeah, I highly recommend, Hasbro, if you are watching this, that you guys should reconsider remastering Jabba the Hutt for either this year or next year, just as soon as possible. And with that said, I also want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you. Without the fans, this channel would not be the way it is. And I highly appreciate all the support that I can get for, not only the channel, but for the fandom around the channel. From you guys subscribing, liking, viewing my videos, and so much more. It, really pushes me to make more content like this. And I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of positive energy that you guys have brought and that I'm able to do what I love. And we're not done here because this was only the second milestone. So the next one will be at 800 subscribers. And once we reach that, I will be unboxing whatever English booster boxes out there for the One Piece card game. So if there's a set that you guys want me to review, please consider subscribing because once we hit that 800 mark, I'm going to literally travel to wherever I could get one of those boxes and probably do my first ever live opening. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me for more. I'll catch you all on the next one.